So let's go ahead and take a look at Google. Now, if we're Googling something, and I'm going to do a slightly controversial topic because legalization of marijuana is really in the news right now. And so if we type in the topic marijuana, you're going to see some news pieces of information. You're going to see, and we always want to look at that URL, so we want to see .gov sites to get factual information. A .com is okay, but they're trying to make money off of it in some way. And then Wikipedia, we know we're not going to use for any sort of research because anybody can change Wikipedia. Also, if you do the search topic from school, this is going to be blocked for you. So if you are legitimately doing a research paper on the legalization of marijuana, then if you do your research at school, you will not be able to get to any of these sites. So what do we do instead? We go back to our high school library page. We click on where it says all available databases. And then I'm going to show you some of the really good ones that are available for us to use. The student resources and context is usually where I go first for any kind of general information. And so if we type in marijuana, you're going to see that you're going to come up with a much different search. This information at the top will provide you with really good background information. So if you're Googling, it's going to come up with news, frequent information that's occurring right now. But this is going to be a good look at the background and where it came from and why they want to legalize it. Then if you go down to featured content, this featured content is really important because that means that the editors of the database have chosen and said, hey, if you only have time to just look at a few articles, these are the few that you want to really look at, and they're going to be the best for you to do your research on. And then you can see that there are 18 articles here, and as we scroll down, we can have primary sources and images and videos that are good, and audio that is different, like radios or people having interviews with other people. Newspaper articles, you can see that there are 17,000 newspaper articles and 1,358 magazine articles. And then you'll also have academic journals, which are more like for professionals in the field. And each one of these articles is going to be excellent for you to use for your topic. Now I do want to show you one more piece of information, and I'm going to go to this read more part of it. It has two more features. If you prefer to listen to it, or if you're an auditory learner, then this will read you the article while you're following along. And we can also go to over here where you can send it to your OneDrive or your Google Drive. You can download the article. You can do highlights and notes within it. And then my favorite is the citation tools. And so when we click on citation tools, you can switch this. So if it's MLA or APA, depending upon your class, it's available right there for you. You can copy it, you can paste it, and you're all set and have all of your citations completely done for you. And that's with any database. They do all of the citations for you, which makes it really helpful when you are creating a paper. So this is student resources and context, and again, it's a good general database for starting. I want to show you a couple of others. This Gale Virtual Reference Library has tons of ebook information in it, and is another great place to go. If you're doing some research on a person, you could go to biography and context. If you're doing something that's, again, a controversial topic like legalization of marijuana, where you've got pro and con for each, this opposing viewpoints is great for that. And with opposing viewpoints, you can actually go to this browse issues. And if you're looking for a topic for a research paper, oh my goodness, there's so many different things in here, and you can click on any of these and have them available to you with that same kind of, it'll give you background information, it'll give you just different pieces of information. I'm going to click on one of these so you can see. And they're set up the same way because they're owned by the same company, but this will give you viewpoints for each side, kind of a pro and a con to each one, along with some statistics, which are really important too when you're trying to prove a point to people. So you can see that there's a wide variety. This is another good place to start, which is World Book Student, which you may have seen when you were in middle school, We've got science and context if you have science specific information, world history, US history. We have practice testing through this Testing and Education Reference Center if you want to practice for SAT, ACT, pre-ACT, AP exams. That's all in here as well. And then one more I want to show you because it's set up just a little bit differently is called the SIRS. And it's really good for controversial issues as well. So if I use my topic of legalization of marijuana, you can see that there are a lot of articles that come up with this topic. And then you can also see that there are pieces of information up here, subject headings that will talk about like marijuana use, taxation, social aspects of it. So you can click on any of those to get some additional information. So that concludes my information on online databases for information seeking. Hopefully you've learned what that means and how it affects you. Now what I'd like you to do is go ahead and give this a try and open up our databases and go to one of them and see what kind of information you can find. Go ahead and search on any topic, and then don't forget to take our brief quiz after you complete that. Thank you and have a great day.